probably
soaking in water.
because it probably rained.
Yeah.
That's why.
I wish for you an imperfect life, and all the wonder that living can bring, the wealth that comes from knowing loss, the tears that find their way to laughter, the joy that grows after the rain, and the love felt deepest by those who have been carved by pain. I hope that you can value this imperfection, hold on to it, so it gives you such comfort that you will dare embrace the beauty of all the imperfect lives that surround you, and then you will be perfectly free to step to the beat of your own imperfect heart, and you will have truly lived. This quote was on the touchstone I brought with to Bali, a card I received years ago. Before Bali, it was something I looked to frequently as I struggled to wade through the challenges, the imperfections, and the low moments that life would throw at me. And now, living life back home, it's definitely a reflection of all this Bali quest taught me and of the life I wish to live. Much to my surprise, the transition into Bali and the change of culture was incredibly easier for me than the transition back into life at home, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Maybe it was the thrill of traveling internationally for the first time, or the desire to step away from life inside my comfort zone and begin engaging in opportunities that are outside of my comfort zone, but I was so content in Bali, more content than I ever could have imagined. From the evenings at Tanalat, Puraturtha Empel, and Uluwatu, to my homestay family and all members of the SIT staff, my mind frequently wanders back to many moments of bliss. But one experience that also had quite the impact on me, one that I wouldn't necessarily describe as that of bliss, was the flirtation dance. I was challenged, boy was I challenged, and encouraged and supported, and a little guilted as my items of comfort were removed from me, thanks Maggie, into stepping onto the dance floor when the balcony is much more of my comfort zone, especially in this literal situation. But I did it, because Ubuntu, because this was an opportunity to practice engaging in situations that are outside of my comfort zone, and because was I really going to be the one person in the entire group who let fear hold them back, especially in Bali? So it happened, and it was a moment, and really it wasn't so bad. I don't often talk about situations that are difficult for me, so I don't often talk about feeling proud or moments of personal satisfaction. But this evening was without a doubt one, and one that I love to acknowledge. When people ask me about the trip, I tell them about the views and the food, but I'm more excited to tell them about the people and the experiences and how much I grew. You learn from loss, from rain, from love, from pain, and from imperfection, all of which I experienced in Bali. And that's why the moments of happiness, of bliss, of content meant so much to me. Sabar, or the idea of patience, is a state of being that I learned to embrace while in Bali, and it's one that I'm now challenging myself to embrace more within this imperfect life back home. My engraved Sabar ring serves as a constant reminder to take things as they come, to be fully present in the moment, because that is patience and that is happiness. Before spending time in Bali, I had only been told how to achieve happiness. Now, thanks to kindred spirits and incredibly meaningful experiences, I have learned that happiness is not something achieved, it is simply another state of being. I may not yet know where I want to go in life, or what I want to accomplish, or who I want to be, but I do know how I want to feel, and for now, that is enough. Gracious, patient, and happy.